A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Marjorie Taylor Greene testifies in a legal challenge to her reprimand. Rep.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's lawyers have presented evidence in her legal challenge to her reprimand for calling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi a traitor on Jan 6.
They also say she did not recall speaking to people about planned demonstrations on Jan 6, but was merely looking to share details.
As a result, the case against her is unlikely to be decided until the case is concluded. Marjorie Taylor Greene's lawyers argue she was a victim of the Jan
6 riot. Marjorie Taylor Greene's attorneys claim she was a victim of the riot.
She testified that she was shocked when the Capitol went into lockdown on Jan 6.
Shelley, the attorney representing Greene's defense, argued that the defendant's actions on social media had created the conditions for a riot. He cited tweets from Greene encouraging Trump supporters to come to Washington.
Rep. Greene's lawyers argued that she was not involved in the riot.
But they also argued that her testimony was not complete, and that she failed to recall key events. Several political analysts and attorneys have said it's unlikely that Raffensperger will take Greene's name off the ballot.
However, Greene's lawyers argue that the House committee will make that decision in a court case aimed at removing her from the 2022 ballot. Republican Rep.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said she was a victim of the riot, and that she never saw the violence among Trump supporters. She also said that she believed Antifa and Black Lives Matter were responsible for the chaos on Jan
6 while she was in Congress. A group of constituents has filed a lawsuit to disqualify Greene from running for office, citing her social media posts leading up to the riot.
The plaintiff's lawyers argue that the allegations against Greene are based on a lack of evidence. The defendants must show that Greene did not plan for violence, nor did she coordinate with those who took part in the riot.
This is a very high bar, and they must prove that she was involved in some way. The court has found that Greene's testimony was slanderous, and it will be hard for the challengers to convince the jury of this claim.
The plaintiff's lawyer, Andrew Shelley, asked Greene about the post on Facebook. CNN reviewed Greene's Facebook page and found that she had made posts that advocated for the execution of prominent Democrats, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
One of the most revealing comments was her bullet to the head comment in January. Nevertheless, Greene's lawyers claim the statement is not a reflection of her true views on the riot.
She denies calling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi a traitor. Rep.
Marjorie Taylor Greene denies calling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi a traitor. She is currently seeking re-election to the House and may be barred from public office if she can't prove her innocence.
The statement comes after she was forced to backtrack after the court played a video of her calling Pelosi a traitor. While the MAGA mob chanted, "Heave ho," as they smashed into the Capitol, Greene denied calling the House Speaker a traitor.
She said she did not recall speaking with Anthony Agro, a man who was part of the mob that broke into the Capitol and chanted "Our House" after breaking through the glass doors. She subsequently attacked those who opposed the ransacked Capitol.
The FBI has declined to comment on Greene's contact with Aguero. Greene denies calling Pelosi a traitor.
Earlier, she said she was shocked when the Capitol was locked down. She was unaware of the attempt to influence the Electoral College vote count.
And she did not want Congress to certify Joe Biden as the winner in 2020 because she believed that Trump lost the election due to voter fraud. The Democrats' lawyer, Andrew Shelley, has filed a lawsuit against her in response to Greene's lawsuit.
Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene denies calling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi a traitor.
The case against her was filed after she testified before a congressional committee about the events of Jan 6.
She faces re-election in a Republican primary on May 24 and in the general election on November.
5 voters filed a complaint against Greene, saying she violated the 14th Amendment. She accuses an opposing lawyer of using chopped videos.
In a recent courtroom exchange, a female attorney accused an opposing lawyer of using chipped videos in a legal challenge to her. She accused the attorney of using the videos to smear the Democratic candidate.
This move is consistent with the accusations made against her by the Parkland shooting survivors. Greene has repeatedly referred to her client as #Little Hitler and has spread conspiracy theories about how conservatives were buying the Republican Party.
She has also embraced a conspiracy theory about a deep state to attack conservatives.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has denied that she ever endorsed violence. She also claimed to not remember liking any of the Capitol attack posts.
However, she did say that the video shows her liking a post she did not make. The video shows her incendiary behavior on a public forum.
On Thursday, the Democrat reacted to the accusations by accusing the opposing attorney of using videos and photos to attack the Democratic candidate. The video is one of the first of many that Greene claims her opponent used to try to discredit her candidacy.
The video was filmed outside the Capitol in Georgia in January, when Greene was campaigning against a Democratic candidate. The attorney used chopped videos from YouTube to make her look bad.
Greene has argued that the videos showed that she was trying to smear Democrats and make it appear like she was anti-democratic. The video shows her campaigning for a seat in the United States House of Representatives.
The video that Ms. Greene claims was used to attack her opponents was made by a Republican congressman named Kevin McCarthy.
Representative McCarthy is the minority leader in Congress. The video shows the lawmaker circulating hate speech and conspiracy theories about the government.
A spokesman for McCarthy's office said the recent posts were deeply disturbing and that he planned to meet with Greene's attorney next week. Whether Greene's lawsuit will be allowed to proceed is a political decision.
If the Republican argues that the video shows that Greene aided insurrection, then she will need to fight the case against her election. The case is expected to take about a week.
It is important to note that the attorney's client can appeal the case. She says she doesn't remember speaking to people about planned demonstrations on Jan.
6. Prosecutors have said that the rioters' presence and rhetoric on social media on Jan.
6 led to the riots, but they say Greene did not speak to them beforehand. The trial is a far cry from the January riots that occurred in Charlottesville.
But the case still has national implications. While Greene says she does not remember speaking to people about planned demonstrations, her statement indicates she has no memory of speaking to anyone about the riots.
Rep. Greene's opponents have used the 14th Amendment as a legal basis to disqualify her.
The 14th Amendment prohibits insurrectionists from holding federal offices. In addition, Greene's opponents have used a legal theory that hasn't been tested in modern history.
But a similar case against Madison Cawthorn, another Republican candidate, was dismissed and is now on appeal.
Greene defended her comments by saying that she never opposed a peaceful transfer of power to Joe Biden, despite the fact that the election was rigged. In addition to this, Greene testified that she believed there was massive voter fraud.
She said she was afraid of being a target of violence. While she is still under investigation, her lawyers say that she did not talk to anyone about the planned demonstrations on Jan.
6. Activists are trying to remove Greene from the ballot over her controversial social media posts.
Greene denies urging anyone to riot or disrupt the congressional electoral vote count. They say Greene is not complicit in the plans.
If Greene is found guilty of any criminal offense, she will be disqualified from being elected to the U.S. House.
Representative Al Greene can appeal the ruling in state courts. She maintains she did nothing wrong and didn't help any of the protesters.